Which one?
Big bag of coconuts.
What's that? Let me test the pina colada. Let me see what I rated.
I'm just saying, wait, are you filming? I didn't make them in it, you get me? If they bang, I made them. And I feel pressure. I guess they bang, so obviously he's the part where I do the free shout out. But they didn't even give me no discount, but hopefully the next time they will.
This makes sense.
Yeah, this is how I love about being on radio, you know? It's just like, it sounds good. I'll give you guys a shout. Oh, really? Like, the eyes light up, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously I got a shout out to Smoke. Obviously, Me's Bar Charcoal Grill. Hey, I was just adding this in there. I really that's fair enough. Yeah, obviously, based in Bromley. Number is... Wait, 0208.
0208 8466 7700.
Wait, hold on, you say 0208 8466?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here, man? You're messing up.
The digit.
You are messing up the shout out,
Okay,
you know?
one.
Alright, cool. We go again, innit?
Okay. 0208 466 7700. Wait, that's it again? That's it again?
No.
That's it again?
Can we do it a bit more fluently? I said like you're not reading. Come on, man. You got to be professional for the camera.
Sorry. You can contact them on 0208 466 7700.
You want to do the email as well?
Yeah, email info@smoke, that's SMOQUE.co.
You're happy, what else is there? And the website as well, you can't forget about the website.
www.smoke.co. But it's spelled differently, so it's S for Sierra, M for Mother, O for Oscar, Q for Quebec, U for Uniform, Quebec.
Q for what?
Q for Quebec.
Q.
You don't know your alphabet. This is get you a guy that knows their phonetics.
No, I'm not having this. Quebec.
You don't know about Quebec?
What's Quebec?
I don't know, but it's in the phonetics.
No. It's not like you're from
Listen,
there.
I worked in a call center at one point in time. I know my phonetics.
Are you doing the ones there?
Alpha Lima.
Oh, let's go through the whole thing then. What's A?
A for Alpha.
Alpha, yeah.
Okay.
X for xylophone.
How are we jumping the alphabet? Are we not going to do the alphabetical order?
X for X-ray.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of cat that's going on inside this room right now? Just make up shit on the
Please put
spot.
my live on, sorry, just for
That's cool. You know, we need to go on air, you get me? Oh, it's a shame I can't really explain it.
Yeah, cut it out.
Mic check. Easy. What do you have to call my check? Oh, that's cold! No, that is cold! What? No! I really up. No, what?
I don't know if I can do it again, but mic check.
No, don't even do it again. No. Yo, shout out to everybody locked here right now. It's your boy the Tigers representing the Tiger Show each and every Monday from 10 p.m. onwards. I've got a very special guest in the building. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Come on, it's Cheryl. I am Cheryl with 2 L's because we already know someone took the first one with 1 L, but we ain't gonna throw no shade because I don't want to get blacklisted. But I'm Cheryl, R&B singer from London. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for bringing me on.
Nah, so I think I'll get over that match. I'm actually gonna watch that and be like, well, how are you doing though?
I'm really good. Really good. Now I got my pina coladas. I'm excellent.
Obviously, people, when I found out that Cheryl was, wait, what was it when I found out? Basically, when I, confirmed her coming on the show, I done a little bit of research, and word on road was that, she likes a little bit of pina colada, so I thought, alright, cool, let me get some pina colada. Although I don't really drink pina colada, but I'm gonna just do it for the vibe, you get me?
I love it. It's like the best drink.
Obviously, you start the card.
Because I'm going to take it home.
That's it, actually, this girl's actually full name.
Oh, okay, so this is by Smoke, and that's SMOQUE, Meze Bar and Charcoal Grill. Their number is 0208 466 7700, and their email is info@smoke.co. Remember, that is SMOQUE.
Oh, it's actually smooth stuff.
Very smooth.
So what do you normally drink? What's like your go-to drink for yourself out?
Depends. I usually go for Henny and apple juice.
Ooh, you're my cheese though.
Yeah, come on. Henny and apple juice. Pina coladas I love. Or just rum, like a rum punch or a Ray and apple juice again. Apple juice is just smooth with most drinks.
We need to link up still.
Come on.
We definitely need to link up.
Come on, it's a vibe.
Obviously. People, I'll be real. Sometimes when I get guests, some people I know, some people I try to research. But Cheryl, she randomly popped up on my Instagram in it. She just like, what? I forgot what day it was. I can't remember what day it was, but obviously just scrolling on Insta, boom! I see her. She's there, was singing, dancing, and that. And the thing is, like, basically it was like the promo video.
Yeah.
Promo video?
Yeah, promo video.
Cool, yeah, it was the promo video for her
New single.
new single. Damn, how am I mess up on my words?
See what I mean? He came in all cocky and confident with him. You're better than him.
I'm shy.
No, you're nice. It's alright.
Alright, cool. Obviously, it was a promo video for her song "Naughty or Nice," which, you know, the thing is like, cool. Watched it one time. I was like, oh, okay, it's not gonna go back. But I had to watch it back again. Wow, this actually a vibe. And then it was like, and then it just became catchy. It was like, and the beat as well. And the thing is, it's like, alright, cool. But once I get that confirmation, and I'm like, no, this song's really cool. So I had to turn to my dad. I'll be real. I don't normally do it, but he's got like a ear for music, and if he don't like something, he will tell me straight.
He'll tell you straight.
I'll put you on the big screen.
Oh, swear?
I'll put you on the big screen.
Put me on the big
I'll put you on
screen.
the
I love that for me.
big screen. And then it was just like, he actually had no complaints.
Big up dad.
I know.
Big up dad.
So
I love that.
I feel like it's only right I kind of like let you guys know what this song's about, isn't it? So like, do you want to intro the song?
Yeah, so guys, you'll be listening to my new single, Naughty or Nice. Definitely a Christmas banger. Due to be a Christmas #1 hit in Jesus' name. Let's go. That's Cheryl. Naughty or Nice coming to you very, very soon on the decks. Make sure you go and stream that. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple Music, and everything.
Cool. Ready? Yes, people. Shout out to everyone who's locked in right now. It's your boy the Tigers live and direct, and we are back. And that was Naughty or Nice by Cheryl with 2 L's.
Yes, yes.
You can't feel about the 2 L's, but yeah, I feel like that's very vital at this point.
Very vital.
Well, obviously, since I was like, that was a Christmas track, I thought like we should have started like the show with like some Christmas vibes, innit? So how educated are you all like when it comes down to Christmas and stuff like that?
We'll see.
Cool. So obviously we've got camera girl Dassa inside the building who's going to read out a couple questions, which I don't know the answer to myself.
Are you sure?
We'll see when I answer them, innit?
I'm on the mic.
Jeez.
Okay, so this is to test your knowledge. I had to Google some of these because I didn't know any of them. I'm not really a big Christmas person myself. So, how many reindeers did Santa have and what are the names?
Whoa, that's 2 questions.
Dasher, Prancer, Dancer, Rudolph, Blitzen, Dixon, okay.
Wait, can you repeat the question again?
How many reindeers did Santa have?
It's
and what
10
were the
or
names?
12.
I was going to say 8 or 10.
I think
Why
it's,
do I have a different answer?
I think it's 10. I think it's 10, but I can give you the names. I can give you the names. Dasher, Blitzen, Prancer, Dancer, Rudolph, Cupid, Donna.
Blitzen.
I said Blitzen.
Damn it.
There's one left.
Rudolph. No.
You said Rudolph.
Dancer, Prancer, Blitzen. Is that? But I've asked it.
Okay, so it's Comet.
Oh, Comet! Yeah.
Imagine I swear we don't got any of that. I'll be right in on that.
I'm quite proud of myself.
So everyone's saying there's 12 reindeers. Why have I got 9?
No, I said 10.
So there's probably 9, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's 9.
Probably.
Yeah.
So there ain't no defined answer here?
There is. It's 9. It makes sense.
It's 9.
Wait.
Okay. What British musical legend died on Christmas Day in 2016?
Damn, the Brits are gonna come for my neck.
What?
Let me know if you need a hint.
Him.
Him, please.
Okay. He was in the musical group Wham, and their biggest hit was Last Christmas.
Basically, it was like big up Wham and that.
Yeah, Wham is
big up
great.
them man, them,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
I
they
love
have them
Wham.
bangers and that.
But I just don't know now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't name a single member.
Not a single member.
Really?
Might be, if it's 4 of them, it might be beginning with W-H-A-M-M, Wham. That's a wild name to just give a
Michael
group.
William.
No.
Harry.
Andrew.
No. Are we
Michael.
naming members of the royal family?
No, we're naming Wham. W-H-A-M.
No. Okay, do you give up?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's George Michael.
Oh, Michael! I said Michael! No, I should get half a point for that. I said Michael.
Judge. She said Michael without having no...
I'll give you half a point. Half a point
Oh,
for
thank
that.
you. What did I get for the last one?
Oh, you got a point.
Thanks.
So you got a point and a half.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take another sip, you get me, obviously.
Take another sip. Okay. Finish the lyrics. Deck the halls with.
Boughs of holly.
Well
Wow.
done. So that's 2.5.
2.5.
Right, Tyrone,
Okay.
you cannot answer this one.
Thank you for putting out the golf.
Sorry. What 2000s R&B girl group sang a cover of
Destiny's Child.
Very Well Done? 3.5 points.
How the hell do you know what it is, man?
It's a popular song.
Basically, yeah, obviously I'm just a DJ, I don't really do like the backstories of songs and all them things.
I'm quite proud of myself. I'm doing quite well.
You do quite well.
I do not like this.
Right. Who came to visit baby Jesus when he was born?
The 3 Kings
Right.
of the
Damn.
Angel Gabriel. No, that he visited Virgin Mary.
You were kind of there.
Not the 3 Kings.
Oh, the 3 wise men.
3 wise men.
Oh, well,
Thank God.
no. I assisted with that, so it should be a point.
No. We didn't give her a point for everything.
I assisted.
No.
I assisted.
We
That was
didn't
an
get. We
assist.
did not get.
That was an
She did
assist.
not
You
get.
get 1 full point for that. 1 full point.
Thank you. I deserve it.
Not really.
Huh?
Not really.
You're a hater. You're an enemy of progress.
Yes.
You know?
Especially when the progress is not made just by you and you alone.
What are you talking about? The
Yeah,
3
yeah,
kings. The 3
yeah.
kings.
No, so what? You didn't know who they were.
Huh?
You didn't know who they
I knew
were.
it was the 3 wise men.
Anyway.
Because I'm a wise man.
Anyway.
Where was baby Jesus born?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Peckham.
Okay. This is an interesting one. So if you know your films, you'll know this one. How many siblings does Kevin have in the film
Home Alone. 8.
No.
Oh, there's 7. Was it ever 8 including him?
I knew that it was something to do with Home Alone, but I have no idea. I'm going to say 6.
It's not. It can't be 6 siblings.
This is a trick question though, because remember there was children running around
that weren't
the
his
entire time, and some of them weren't.
What extras?
Yeah.
I only watched that movie once though, still.
I didn't. There were so many of them. Okay, should I go for 5 then?
You're actually right.
No, I was one off.
Well, I
I was
assisted
one
you
off.
with your 3
I was
wise men
one off.
one. Don't do
I was
it.
one off.
You were 1 off. That's 1 less than the answer.
Obviously, shout out to everyone who's locked in right now. That's locked in on the FM, on the app and all of that. Just saying that Cheryl's cheating.
You know men. You see men are intimidated by women that win. You see it.
How do we end up
Men are
here?
intimidated by women
Man's
that
intimidated. Obviously, like, man's got this knowledge. You get me?
Intimidation.
I think the point goes to Cheryl.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be
4.5.
nice. I'm gonna be nice. Yeah.
Okay. This next one, I'll be surprised if you get it, because I didn't get this.
Oh, alright, clever clogs.
I didn't get this. I don't think anyone would. But which country started the Christmas tree tradition?
Maybe Germany because of the Feliz Navidad.
Oh, well done.
Shit.
Well, was that obvious?
No, I just know about Feliz Navidad, and I did that Feliz Navidad, so I just assumed it was them.
No, but you didn't even pause to think, like.
Yeah, I think I've watched something recently where they said Feliz Navidad was from Germany, and that's the only country I could think of apart from my own.
That is insane.
Well done.
Thanks.
Did you not plan this or something like behind my back?
Absolutely not.
No, I feel like this is a setup.
Right.
I'm quite proud.
I'm not at all. I'm not impressed.
Oh.
What are you supposed to do when you find yourself under the mistletoe?
Kiss someone.
Yep.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Have you ever done
And
it?
then not you boys, sorry, but guys have to be like, I got a mistletoe for you, you know.
No, that's
And then
cheesy stuff. That's cheesy. That's cheesy. That's
so
cheesy.
cheesy, like, why are you telling me you got a mistletoe?
No,
Are
that's
you gonna
much.
meet me under?
No,
Like, go away.
you're like people that are trying to plan it as well. Like,
Yeah. Let me just.
you'll probably see you walking like, oh, don't panic.
I don't think I've ever even seen mistletoe.
No, I just thought it was like that. Those fake trees that
Yeah.
have like the berries
Yeah.
and stuff.
But I swear, like, mistletoe's like an actual thing though. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's real.
It's
but
real.
I would never plan that. I would never actually do it. I'll be wrong.
Never.
Interesting. Okay, trick question. This is the last question I have for you. What is the best-selling Christmas song of all time in
All I
the
want for
UK?
Christmas is
Mariah Carey. No.
No.
Last Christmas.
No.
I gave you.
But that was Wham. That was
Okay.
Wham.
Oh, was that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but you already said that though. Like, when you asked that question.
All right. Don't. So
I'm like, no. I got birth popples around there. You get me?
anyway, it can't.
Wait, repeat the
Santa
question
Claus is
again.
coming to town.
No.
Wait, Santa baby.
No. So I'll repeat the
It's
question.
gonna be Cheryll and what you're nice soon.
What it? Yes, it will. It will be soon. What is the best-selling Christmas song of all time in the UK? So all time. This is going back to the very beginning of Christmas songs.
You're coming home for Christmas.
No.
Let them know it's Christmas time and
Band-Aids, do they know it's Christmas?
Really?
And that actually topped in the 1984 charts, and it beat Last Christmas.
That's crazy.
That's mad. The thing is, like, obviously I used to work in retail, innit? So I used to hear these songs like
Yeah.
all the time.
That's why it's a trick question. I would say the Mariah Carey one because you just hear
They
it all
know,
the time.
yeah.
Oh, especially like you said UK's in it, which made me okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, obviously, of all time, you've got to think how long.
How far
Christmas
back?
songs
Yeah,
been
yeah,
around.
yeah.
You just say of all time, so I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
No. Well, that was the place of back in Bethlehem days. But yeah, so coming back to you, yeah. I would just like to get to know like you're a bit of a, or let the people know a bit more about you, isn't it? So when did you actually start like getting into music?
So I used to go to a thing called Stagecoach for like years from when I was younger, from about like 8, 9. Every weekend I used to do music, dance, and acting, and I don't know what it was. I think I stopped going there when I first went to secondary school, and then I just stopped singing. Like I did singing here and there, like in talent shows and stuff, but in terms of actually singing, when I finished uni, that's when I decided, I was like, listen, I've done 4 unis on a subject I absolutely despise. I can do at least 4 years of doing something I love. So that's when I was like, okay, cool. And then I started, for me, I'm very proud of where I've come in music, like independently, without like links, and just deciding to do this from uni. Do you know what I mean? I'm really proud of myself, and
Well,
I feel like,
Are you still independent?
yeah, I'm still independent.
Yeah, that's all.
And thank you. I'm still independent and still pushing it, and I love the fact that this is what I've chosen to do. And 4 years went past, and I couldn't see myself stopping. I realised that music is where, like, you know, my happiness comes from. So yeah.
At what stage did you realise, oh, I'm actually going somewhere? Like,
There's been like a couple of things. So like when the Robin Thicke posted me, that was like an unreal moment for me. That was like 2 years ago. I did a cover and he posted me on his page, and just naturally lots of people just found me or came across me, and it was a really, really, really great feeling. It was an overwhelming feeling.
I can imagine, because I was a mad shout out.
Mad shout out. And after that I got booked to perform in Germany, then I got booked to perform in Gambia for like 30,000 people. And like things, I was just like, wow, like this is without having like a major label. This is without me going to any Brit school or anything like that. Like I've actually been able to say, okay, I want to achieve something, and I've gotten like to places where people would love to be. You know what I mean? And when you realize that your hard work and your talent can get you to certain places that are unimaginable, you start to feel like, okay, I can actually do this. And you know, there's definitely bumps in the road, but yeah, it definitely had to be from that moment, because I was walking through Shoreditch and people were like, oh, Cheryl, I was like people were actually recognizing me, and they were taking me kind of more seriously as well, because you know what the UK is like.
No, 100%. Especially London as well.
Yeah.
Well, you've always been like in London. Also known as bad vibes, I believe, unfortunately. Do
you know what's crazy? It's just follow fashion. If we're just gonna keep it real, like someone can have excellent music. Like I believe that I make timeless music and I make great music, but everyone believes that their music is great, really. Do you know what I mean? But they just have to see that people are taking you in. So you'll notice that the marketing techniques that UK artists have are sometimes a little bit different from the US artists, because the UK artists, you need to prove that you've got some sort of backing without, you know, having like, even if it's not the major backing, you've got a group of people that kind of follow you, and people have to see that before they want to also jump on, which can be kind of weird, but the game's the game. So if you know that's the kind of situation you're in, you just take it with a pinch of salt and run with it.
Have you ever had like doubts or like, oh no, I can't even do this no more sort of thing?
Yeah, like it's wild. Like it's not. I don't mean it. I'm chatting rubbish. Like I don't mean it. Like I just, you know, sometimes when a baby just has a tantrum and they just punch their fists in it. Yeah. Sometimes because you guys see the finished product, right? Us, we've got a hold of the finished product, and we probably had this for maybe a couple months even. Do you know what I mean? Or a month, and you guys just see what we put out there, the blood, sweat and tears of what's going on behind the scenes. Even whilst you guys are still enjoying the finished product, we have to endure that. But that's like everything. A business owner who put in years or months of work into getting a business up and running, and we just see the finished product. We don't see the sleepless nights. We don't see everything that they've had to put to push it. Do you know what I mean? We don't. So yeah, that's just what it is really.
But to be honest, it does make sense, because how mad it is, yeah, that like us would spend time like making music and everything just for people to be like, listen to it one time and they'd be like, yeah, shit.
That's why like we got to continue pushing it. Like I'm a big advocate for continuously pushing your music, not in the same way, because naturally like audiences get bored of seeing the same thing. So you got to push your stuff in different ways, right? But a lot of artists, they get intimidated by the fact that people just take things in for a short moment now compared to how they used to take things in before, and people get intimidated by that and feel like, okay, cool, I pushed it enough, they don't want to hear it from me. But sometimes people have to see your stuff more than 3 times for them to even click it. People that know you, they got to see your stuff come up on their page, not because they don't support you or they don't want to listen. It don't register to them to look at it. They don't register it. Like I want people, when I send someone the link to my video, I want them in an ideal world to look at my stuff right there, then and there. It don't work like that. Some people take it in. My best friends have sometimes taken it in a couple of days later. Do you know what I mean? It's not by force.
The game's the game, but like even with that, like, even bouncing off that, yeah, I feel like the world right now, like, it's too quick.
Very.
Because back in the day, when an album drops, like, you're gonna listen to that album how many times? Deeper now. When you get that CD, like, you got the whole like, album right there. You're gonna have to listen to that how many times? Now, bro, like, it's like 10 seconds. Like, you got 10 seconds to impress.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so big on making timeless music, because like the whole making music for TikTok and stuff is great, but if I make timeless music that's not taken in today, when people come back to it 3 months later, it'll be taken in the same way I wanted them to take it in originally, because the music is just, it's not that the music is just for that time or that trend. I'm making timeless music that can go throughout the years, do you know what I mean, that people can come back upon. So I think for the people, I feel sorry for like the new music makers of today, because they're just trying to like chase their tails, they just want to chase what's popping, not realizing that what's popping today isn't going to be popping tomorrow. So like you're better off kind of finding the medium and doing like what works for you, and balancing with what trends, and then, you know, making people gravitate to you because you've been able to find a sound that works with today but still kept your authenticity. Do you get it?
I get you. Wait, so how did you find your sound?
I always knew I love R&B music. I do look like a rapper, but I love like, and I know it. Like it's one of those ones. Like I love R&B music, and I love to sing, and I love to make music, and for me, I'm still finding my sound. You know, I'm nearly 5 years deep. I'm not a master. I'm still learning. I'm still growing, and you know, I've started working with new songwriters to really like enhance my sound. So I would say I'm still finding it, but I know that R&B music is what I love to make, and I love to make feel-good music for people, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So how I find my sound in that is going to happen. You know, I'm going to get to a point where it's just, my sound is going to be so solidified that I won't ever be swayed or, you know, feel like what I'm doing isn't good enough. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be so solidified that I know my thing, and I know where it stands in the market.
So you was talking, I swear, I actually felt like this like low-key hit me in it.
Wait, did I hit you?
I felt this, like the car, like hit me. Like when I always kiss up on you, I was like, oh shit. But I was in the ring the whole time. I wanted to ask, like, bouncing again on what you said, like, who have actually been like your inspirations for your music? Because I feel like you do have a sound.
Yeah.
Like you've actually kind of mastered that, but I just want to know.
You think so?
Yeah.
Definitely Beyonce, but I say Beyonce in her earlier days. So we're talking like the Dangerously in Love, when she had just kind of got out of the girl group, and a little bit of when she was in Destiny's Child as well. Like a lot of people do tell me that like the harmonies that I have in my music is like a girl group, and I get that I'm heavily influenced by Destiny's Child. And yeah, Beyonce.
Wait, what about Beyonce / Destiny's Child?
So Beyonce, there's a certain confidence with her. Like, I love the way she attacks things. I think she's different with it. I think the way that she rides the beat is different as well. But we're so accustomed to it that it doesn't feel like it's different. It just feels like it's Beyonce.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Destiny's Child, obviously the R&B aspect of everything. I feel like my music isn't really, I can't really compare myself to anyone, so I can't really say someone of today that I think. If I was to say like a guy like Ty Dolla $ign, I'm inspired by him, and I'm inspired by like J. Cole's beats.
Beats?
Yeah, his beats, not his, it's really weird, but like,
it is weird,
yeah. I love J. Cole, but I'm not a rapper, do you know what I mean? So I like being able to take a beat of his or something that sounds similar to what J. Cole would do, and, you know, add my spin to it, which I've done.
Did you try rapping?
I can rap. Not off the top of my head, so don't do nothing.
No, I wasn't even gonna do that.
But no, I've definitely got flow, and I've got flow in my songs as well. So, you know, when you're an artist, normally you're kind of good 360. Do you know what I mean? If you're a good artist, so definitely if I wanted to be a rapper, I feel like I could succeed at that if I put in the time.
Who's someone that you would collab with or would like to collab with?
Oh. Obviously, I'm just gonna say Beyonce. But realistically, Summer Walker would be great. Tink would be amazing. From back in the day, I don't know about now, but definitely Tori Kelly. She's a great R&B head, but she's turned to gospel now. Did I say Summer Walker already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rapper, I would love. I feel like doing something with Meg Thee Stallion would be amazing.
Wait, why Meg?
I love her confidence. Like, I love her confidence, and I actually love her flow as well. I wouldn't say all of her music I sit there and I listen to, but sometimes when I hear her attack certain things, I'm like, right, I can make a song with you, and I can see the visuals in my head. I can see everything. I can see us working side by side. That's it. Like, I wouldn't say, you know, I love every single one of her songs. Like, you know.
No, fair enough, but like, everybody's got their favorite songs from any artist.
Yeah.
Some songs bang, other ones look a bit techie still. So like during like the lockdown period, obviously like you said about 4 years ago, and obviously like lockdown came. How did that affect you?
Do you know what? Lockdown was quite good for me because that's when I released my song Crush In. I released my EP then as well, and a lot of people were like, oh, why are you doing that? And I was like, you know what? Dropping an EP right now might be the greatest thing for me because everyone's at home to listen to it. So yeah, I dropped Crush In, which like got a good reception, and I dropped like the rest of the songs from my EP with visuals, and they got really good reception. So it was after lockdown, I felt like I burnt myself out because I was working 2 jobs, making music, releasing music, whilst a lot of people had that time to kind of kick back, not by choice. Obviously some people, you know, it's a sad situation, they weren't able to work, but they were able to kind of take that time aside to maybe work on creative stuff, work on take some time to themselves and get their mental health together, whereas I was working as technically like a key worker at the time, and I had another job which was a key worker at the time, so it was a lot for me, and I ended up burning out, and then that's why I had to take that year out and take myself to the next stage.
Well, what's something that you haven't done yet that you would like to achieve?
Performing at an award show. That would be amazing.
That's an interesting stuff.
Mm.
Why that?
I like award shows. I love how like I love the sets. I love just the vibe of actually like the award shows. Like when I performed in a stadium, it actually showed me that performing to a live audience is for me. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, what stadium did you perform at?
In Gambia. This is in Gambia when I went back home.
Oh, we said the 35.
Yeah, 35 so.
I got yourself on that, by the way. They got yourself on that.
Thank you, man. That was just an amazing experience. But
how did that come about?
So
I'm asking too many questions at once.
No, I don't feel like you are. So with that, my friend was actually cousins with a person who was doing an album launch of like a big artist in the Gambia, and he was like, yeah, like he wants you to come out and open up for him, and I was like, dope. So he got me out there. I got my dancers together. I got there, and just naturally, one, I'm a female, and 2, a lot of them didn't know who I was, So yeah, it gets like that. It's fine. So I had my 2 songs planned. Did them with my dancers, planned them out, got on stage, and just as I was about to go on stage, they were like, you might only be able to do 1. I was like, nah. So you lot got me out here to perform, and I'm doing 2 songs. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing 1. And the host was like, okay. And then when I got on stage, I did my first song. The host tried to cut my set.
During the first song?
Not during, like just after. So he tried to kind of be like, oh, well, da 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 da. I look back at him like, we've just had this conversation. I'm not coming off the stage.
Yeah, but while you were performing, like somebody else said, yeah.
No, not whilst I was performing. As I got to.
No, but I'm saying that while you were performing, somebody else was like, yeah, like you gotta cut her off still.
No, that's not what happened. The host had said to me just as I'd gone on that time is tight. You're only going to be able to do 1 song, and I said no. We had agreed directly with the guy whose show it is that we're doing 2 songs, and then he was just like okay for me to just go on, and he thought that by he thought that he could cut my set after the first song by just being the host. I think that's what he had in his mind from as soon as I'd said no. He was like, okay, cool, go in there. I'm just gonna do it my way. Then I turned back behind him. I said, I covered the mic, but this was being live streamed, and apparently some people could hear it through the TV. I don't mind. I was just like, I spoke to you. She was like, I spoke to you. I said, I'm doing 2 songs. He goes, we've only got time for 1. I said, Gambia, you want me to sing another song? They were like, yeah! I was like, there we go, and I walked off, and I said, because sometimes you've got to treat people like that, man. You're not going to do that to me. I have 5-10 minutes to make my mark, and I'm an independent artist. No one knows me from anywhere. You're going to try to cut my time short after I spent time with dancers. I paid dancers, we practiced, we did all of that. There's no way you're going to disrespect me like that. So I wasn't rude, I just went to the crowd. That's it.
No, that's a bad man move still.
You got it, man. You got it, man. Because otherwise these people will they'll take the myth.
But bro, I'm just trying for one of my bookings still. I'm going to watch show coming up.
I'm actually performing, Black Canvas? You know Black Canvas, they do parties.
No, I don't, but I guess now I do.
Yeah, I got a booking there this weekend, so that should be good.
Oh, so this is like next year, 10th of January settings.
Yeah, hit me up. I'm ready.
Wait, you're going to be inside you're going to be in London, right?
I'll be flying here, there, everywhere, because you've got to fly yourself out.
You're one of those people.
You have to. Do you know, getting out of this country is good vibes for me.
What? What's been your favourite country to go to?
So I went to... I love Gambia. I just love Gambia. That's home. Do you know what I mean? So that's a bit different. This year I went to Atlanta, Chicago as well.
Nice.
And I love Chicago.
Well, what about Chicago?
I love the authenticity of it. Defo miss Chicago. I love the high-rise buildings. I love just walking through the city.
Have you not been to central London, bro, where we got, you know, them...
It's not the same.
Oh, of course.
It's not the same. Chicago is different, man. If I show you some videos, like, it was just so different. It was such a good vibe. The food is great. The people are great. I feel like I'm meant to be in America anyway. That's from young. This is like America, my vibe.
But I feel like UK is always like idolized America.
No, do you know what it is? I don't feel like I idolized America. I feel like it was just a lot of my family are there. Do you know what I mean? So from young, America was such an amazing thing for me. So America, and when you're, it's not even just like distant cousins, it's close cousins that you feel.
Oh, like first cousins.
Yeah, first cousins and cousins that I speak to on a daily basis that I feel connected to and close with. So I feel like I'm there sometimes.
Okay, that I'm hearing it clear. I've been hearing I got like second, third, fourth cousins.
Nah, I've got godsons. Like I've got like my, for example, like just to give some context, like my dad's sister lives in Arkansas. Her children and my cousins. My mum's brother lives in Maryland. My dad's other sister lives in LA. So it's like, do you know what I mean?
That's the thing about America, like, it's so big.
It's so big, but I'm connected to all of them, and like it's not even like I feel like any different. I feel like they're in the same country with me. You know what I mean? So from young, I've always felt like whenever I go to America, I fit right in. When I'm there, I fit right in. My music, I fit right in. So eventually, I do want to go to Atlanta, and Atlanta and New York are kind of the places that I think are where I would probably excel when it comes to music. So that is definitely something I want to do. I want to make sure I'm familiar with America. I'm there familiar with
Is there any like American artists that doesn't necessarily have to be like the Beyonce, but any other American artists that you want to work with?
Drake, 100%. Or even if you just sampled my
Yeah,
tune.
yeah.
Even if you just sampled my tune, you know what I mean? You got Lauryn Hill out of debt, so you know what I mean? Do me a favor, Drake. And who else from America? As I said, the Tink is amazing. Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah. And you know what? Who I think is a real big vibe, and then she's quite big, but Lizzo, like, I love her confidence. I love the fact that she like has tapped into the commercial world, but she's made it her own. Like, I'm not afraid of going commercial. Like, I know my music.
I think there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest.
Nothing. I love it. Like, I want my music to be in movies. I want my music to be on adverts. Like, I don't want to just be making music for my friends forever, you know.
And for the rest of the Ontop listeners. Yeah.
Ontop. Do you know what? I listen to Ontop. I like Ontop.
Yeah.
So she drew my second job shifts at the radio one. Especially in the morning when I was doing the morning shifts. I think it's Frisky, right?
Everybody knows Frisky. Obviously, shout out Frisky. I need to actually get home and try at some point. Every time I talk about someone about Ontop, it's like, oh yeah, I listen to Ontop. Straight away, Frisky's name is going to come up, isn't it?
And his daughter as well, right? She's got a little tune.
Yeah. Got the whole theme song and everything. But with Frisky, it's just like, he's morning, obviously, I'm night.
Yeah, you're the night listeners. Like, the night listeners, I mean, they're where it's at.
Exactly. I'm the one who, like, I'm trying to keep these people away while they're all driving and they're all got eyes closed. And
sometimes there's nothing wrong with making people go to sleep, you know.
There's
nothing wrong with that. Not while I was driving. Not while I was driving. Don't do that.
Please don't listen to Cheryl's advice, people, isn't it? Like, if you're driving right now, your eyes are closing. Wake up.
I'm talking about if you're in bed and you're trying to get to sleep and you know your voice is so soothing, you get them to sleep.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Okay, well then you don't know. I'm giving you the tea. I'm giving you the tea.
Obviously, shout out to anyone
Go and
who's
see how many
sleep.
views. Go and see how many views on YouTube that sleep music has. Go and see.
That's different though.
What do you mean?
That's different.
How? That's not different. If people are putting on your show to listen to before bed because you've got that melodic tone and you've got that soothing voice.
Well, hold on. Have you ever like watched something like put on TV and then you just fell asleep though?
Yes, and it's on purpose. I need to listen. I need to hear certain voices for me to fall asleep. And my TV has to be on volume 14, nothing above 14. I just need to hear it in the back of. I just need to hear it in the back of my ear. Like I need to hear. Yeah, I do.
I'll be real. Unless if I wake up in the middle of the night where it's like, okay, I need to get back to sleep. All the time, if I watch something, it's like, I'm gonna try to stay awake because I kind of want to watch it. Well, obviously, I know what it's like to fall asleep and like you're trying to force yourself to like be awake.
That's why you got to put on like a sitcom or something you don't mind missing. She knows. You got to put on a sitcom like a My Wife and Kids, something that has like 5-6 seasons.
I want to watch My Wife and Kids though if I slap it on.
No, man, you can just go back to the episode. What's your favourite episode of My Wife and Kids?
Favorite episode?
I got it. Mine is 3. Is it episode 8? Claire's new boyfriend.
Well, was it when?
When Claire gets a new boyfriend because Michael likes Tony. So
Yeah.
he can't
No, but that
fit
was before he was Tony though. Like.
No, so. Huh?
No.
He was
no,
Tony.
remember.
He was someone else in season.
Yeah,
1.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But season 3 is when we had the new Claire, and Claire got a new boyfriend. She got
Technically, the new Claire came season 2.
Yeah, she came.
First Claire didn't even
yeah.
last. Damn.
I know. That was just, apparently she had too much attitude, but I don't know if I believe that.
What, the first Claire?
You got
Apparently-
a microphone, you know. The people want to hear.
People want to hear behind the camera.
Is it on? Why is it so loud? So, it's a bit quiet. That's better.
What do you want, man?
Apparently, I read something about the first Claire, and people were saying, oh, they've replaced her for someone that's lighter and stuff like that. But I read the story about it. Apparently, it was her mum that wasn't on board with her playing that character.
Really?
Yeah, and took her out and just was not on board with it because she just felt like the character was too grown up and she was quite young at the time.
Really?
It was just a bigger role than what they initially thought.
Do you think she's beefing her mum about that now?
I'm not sure because she went on to do some more acting,
No, but like,
but I can't really say what she's been in. I'm not
what
sure.
band the same, like deep it.
Yeah, I would be so vexed with my mum. if
Oh,
she did that to
100%.
me.
I swear, like, at such a young age, it was.
I'd have to buck her at 18.
Yeah.
I'd have to be like, what were you thinking? Give me your thought process. I'll look
I'll
at
be
it.
mad, knowing how legendary My Wife and Kids is now. Like,
Yeah.
that's not one of the best.
They're
sitcoms
still
out
making
there.
money off it.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
And you took me out of that, mama.
And she's
Mama.
only receiving season 1 check.
Do you know what? She probably receiving that season 1 check because season 1 was still a very good season. Like a very good season.
It was the opening season.
It was the opening.
She fit into her role. It worked.
In fact, they were 2 different Claires. Let's
Oh,
be real.
facts.
2 different Claires. Like, this Claire was more like stuck up. Like, not stuck up, sorry, but she was stush. Do you know what I mean? Definitely stush, had like a stush aura
Got
about
that
it.
attitude to her.
Yeah, a
about
bit
it,
of
so-
attitude. And then the new Claire, she was a bit more like fun and free and like she wasn't as uptight.
I know it was 2 different Claires, which like,
totally different.
especially how like, the next one was like, the next one was dopey as well.
Yeah,
Like,
she was a bit.
like, she was smart, but she was.
Dopey.
Yeah.
But I also think that perhaps, I know you guys are saying, you know, you'd be angry at the mum, but maybe the mum saw something about how her character was being portrayed and thought, actually, I don't want my daughter to then have to look back on that and having to play into that angry black woman
But I feel like that's
persona.
I feel like that's been a representation, a good representation though. Like on TV, because people like being that angry black woman is actually a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
But it's a stereotype that's
But people-
often played against black women.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But I also agree that when people play the angry black woman, it doesn't always stick with them. So even if we look at Tiana Taylor, when she played in Medea's house, she was like the baby mother. But no one kind of associates Tiana Taylor with being an angry black woman. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, it had the same woman that lost her children for coloured girls. I don't know if you guys remember, I can't remember her name. But in that moment, she did a mad thing. She pushed her husband in the bubble bath when he was recovering from being shot. Like, she did so much because she was an angry black woman, right? But you see her and you don't kind of directly compare her to an angry black woman. So there's no kind of guarantee that she would have always been compared to an angry black woman if that is what her mum kind of saw. Even though I low-key understand it, but I don't know, there's so much politics in Hollywood, there's so much politics in like the creative scene.
Hollywood is not my place, but I just feel like I could tell if she did stick with that. Like, because deeper, angry black woman, that's really just a normal thing that many black women go through. Whereas a case of Like you're just talking naturally, but it's just seen as no, you got attitude or this.
Yeah.
So if she like just stuck with it, represented it, because at the end of the day, she still had nice traits, and it's not like she was being rude or she was trying to be aggressive. No, she's just being her. It's just being perceived as that.
But why do you think that there was such a difference between the two characters?
There is a very, very clear difference. However, we don't know that they looked at it and were like, okay, like now she's out of the picture, like the new person that we bring in, what changes do we want? Do we want them to be a little bit different? Do we want to change the direction of kind of where it's going? Because that would be the chance.
Well, they must have wanted that.
That would be the chance for them to look at that. That's if they didn't kick her off and her mum kind of took her out of it. Do you know what I mean? So there's just so many scenarios that we can actually say that happened. But as I said, like, Hollywood's such a crazy place.
But then, would you ever do acting though?
Yeah, I'm trying to do a Mary J. Blige thing. Let me do the music first. I'm gonna hop into acting. That's definitely my bag.
What would you like? Would you do acting in Hollywood?
So never Hollywood. If I get there, that's where the money is. 100%, that's where the money is.
You have to put your hand up.
What are you gonna say? I
was gonna say that you remind me of a young Estelle.
Oh yeah.
Singer, songwriter, made it big, went to America, songwrites for a lot of people, and does acting as well. So,
and she has a show on Apple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where was she originally from?
Estelle,
London,
somewhere in London. I want to say Croydon, but I might be wrong.
Come on, that's just sounding so great.
I don't think so, but each to their own. You get me? Obviously, big up Croydon and that.
Should we get cancelled?
Huh?
Should we Google it?
You can do. Obviously, shout out to all my Croydon listeners that are locked in, or like all those that are gonna watch me from Croydon. I'm gonna be from Croydon. It's all love, innit?
It's all love until it's not.
Cheers to Croydon, you get me?
She's from Hammersmith.
Oh, okay.
Wow, big up West London.
That's right.
That's it.
But what else is like a part of your goals of us? Like things that you want to do?
Definitely, I want to perform on the big stages. So I definitely want to be hitting like a lot more kind of festivals. That is definitely my vibe. I just kind of want to grow and I want to reach. I want to perform in different countries like Sweden. I've done Germany. I'd love to go back to Germany. I'd love to hit up Canada. I'd love to do a tour. At the moment, that's kind of where I'm at because I feel like I don't know the extent of where I could go. Do you know what I mean? And I will get an understanding of that, and my goals will continuously like change and grow, and the direction will change. But for now,
there's somewhere that you haven't gone but would like to go.
Houston, Texas.
You are in America, like you're really in love with America.
I love America, man. I love America, and like different sides of it as well.
But why in Houston?
That's where the vibes are.
Quick question. So, what's your thoughts on this UK men versus US men clash that seems to be going on? Because it seems like a lot of UK women are fantasizing over US men.
Yes. If a man is trash, man is trash. It doesn't matter who's from the US. It doesn't matter if he's from the UK. It doesn't matter if he's from Nigeria. It doesn't matter where they're from. They're just different. Yeah, so you know what I mean? I've spoken to a guy in the UK and I've spoken to a guy in the US, and it's just different. The conversation is different, the way they respond to things is different, the way they act is different. I feel like a lot of men as well in the US have had to like grind from young, like way more, or in a different kind of capacity to the way that the people in the UK have to grind sometimes. Just in terms of the different stories that I've heard. Even like, I know I'm a hustler, but I hear some stories about other females in the US and I'm like, wow, you're a hustler. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't even imagine kind of doing what you've done. So I think the mindsets are different. I think that's just what it is, and I feel like a lot of females that have probably never spoken to a US man fantasize over what's on TV, fantasize over the fact that, you know, the men at the forefront are the guys on TikTok, the cute guys that are doing the weird videos.
Social media is really influencing a lot of people in this world.
But then when you go to America, you're not gonna see that. Do you know what I mean? You might see some crackheads, but you know.
Right, sorry. No, sorry, I wasn't expecting that, I'll be real.
No, you might too, but you see them here as well. Do you know what I mean? But it's the same way you kind of, there's some good looking people here. Same thing for you guys. Like you might go over there and think everybody has like a BBL, but you know not everybody has that.
BBL is not attractive, you know.
To
like,
you.
Huh?
To you.
Alright, cool, but amongst even other guys that I've spoken to, it's just like, alright, cool. There's a big difference between, like, if you ask guys, well, would you have sex with a woman with a BBL? A fair share would probably say yes. But would you wife a girl that has a BBL? Many have said no. I personally gonna wife a girl with a BBL. You know?
So what if she just has a BBL? You're just gonna be like, nah, I can't wife me just because she's got a BBL.
Yeah, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not interested. What's going on?
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Cause like you've added to like I like natural.
Oh, I hear it.
You get me? Like the fact that why have you had to do this? Like, cause if I come across a woman, I'm coming like, regardless of your body size, it's you that I want, isn't it? Even if, cause like if I'm into bigger girls, but then like you're slimmer, I'm still here for you, isn't it? Like that's just, I'll look past that. It's not even about that. When the fact that you have to go and get a BBL for what? You spent how much for what?
It's true. It's your preference, isn't it? You're entitled to your preferences.
And plus, like somebody compared it to, what do you call it? Wet cement. Wet cement.
Oh, that they inject into them.
No, like that's how it felt.
What? What?
That's what one of the man told me. I said, boy.
He said it felt like cement.
Wet cement. I was just like,
He's even being specific with wet cement.
When I had, obviously, I can't speak from my own experience, innit?
Is he a builder?
Huh?
Is he a builder?
No, he's not at all.
Damn, and he compared it to wet cement. That's wild.
Exactly, but I'm just like, end of the day, it's not natural. So, and plus, like you have to try and keep it in shape, and like you're going through pain. You spend how much money on that?
It's true. But I guess everybody's entitled to kind of, you know, if they want to make themselves feel better, that's the way they're gonna do it, and yeah.
Oh, cool,
but then you're entitled to like or dislike. You're entitled to like what you like and not like what you don't like. That's just, everyone's entitled.
Oh no, facts.
Yeah. So you're good.
I ain't chasing over no BB. Like it's just mad. It's just mad. And also, whether it is an insecurity or not, it's just a case of, alright, cool. Why did you actually really get it? Because some women are cool, like they actually wanted to get a BBL or whatever. Others, it's really become a trend.
Yeah.
And it's low-key become the norm in the last how many years?
There's different ones as well that I've seen. Like I've seen like the drastic ones, and then I've seen like the BBLs where they've just kind of, you know, enhanced certain places and it doesn't look crazy. So I definitely think there's levels to it. But yeah, I definitely have seen some people that I feel personally have gone overboard, but hey, it's not my body, so.
And I've seen somewhere it's just like it's so obvious as well, where it's so unproportioned. But I ain't trying to get into that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to offend. Can't let us get cancelled.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask a question, a little bit of a topic question of the day. Can you be with someone who cheated on their ex? This goes out to you as well.
It's a bit tough, right? Do you want to answer first?
You're trying to still that thing about the answer?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Because they're used to that behaviour. I think if they've had a relationship after the one where they've cheated and they've been able to stay faithful, then I would consider it. But I just think that, I don't know, it'd be difficult because in one sort of place you'd want to be like, okay, they might have changed, but then you know that they're capable of doing it because they've done it before.
It's just not a trustworthy person to me. Like I'm very big on loyalty. Like definitely the partner that I'm with, my life partner, is definitely gonna have to be like a loyal person. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to see like loyal traits, and then even though they could probably prove me otherwise, but I think just the fact that you cheated on your ex, even though you might not be the same person today that you were then, it just shows like a certain level of like unloyalty, and I can't really trust someone like that. I'm very big on trust, so that would just make me feel like, you know, if there was like it also kind of depends on the story behind it, how long ago it was. You know, because if I was dating someone now and they cheated on their partner when they were 20 and they're 30 now, I don't think I would take that as Bible. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I would say that's definitely how they are, because there's different maturity levels.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on whether they're remorseful. Some men do it and they actually find it hilarious.
Yeah.
And they will always find it
I have
funny.
to headbutt them because that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Whereas there's men that will kind of do a 360 and think, oh, that was really disrespectful.
Yeah.
I would hate it if that happened to me.
Or my daughter.
Well, yeah, and they have daughters and they think, oh gosh, like what's going to happen when my daughter grows up and, you know, they meet a man like me.
Crazy.
Oh, I'll be real though. If my daughter did get cheated on, I'll be the shoulder to cry on, but you got like it's life and experience, isn't it?
It is. It does make you stronger. Do you know what I mean? Like as a female, because a lot of us females can be quite naive when it comes to kind of like relationships and guys, and you know, we can be quite naive. So when something does happen to you like that, kind of earlier on as well, you know, you're aware that kind of nothing's all kind of roses and squeaky clean. Like there are some things like getting cheated on that do happen to you kind of in relationships, and you're kind of faced with the reality straight off the bat.
Wait, so hold on. So both your answers are just straight up no?
I'm not saying straight up no, that's what I said. So I said, if I met a guy who's 30 and he told me that he cheated on his ex when he was 20, you know, that's 10 years difference. Like, maturity levels have changed drastically in that time. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't just write him off. However, if he was still on that stuff and he still showed like signs of kind of not being serious, or he'd done it recently, you know, that would definitely put me off, because I'd just be like, ew, like you're for the streets. And Cheryl can't be with someone that's for the streets.
Cheryl with 2 L's.
2 L's. It just can't run like that.
What about if you was one who you cheated with?
That wouldn't happen. And 2, I don't think I'd stay, because that one is just a recipe for disaster.
But you built a relationship and everything.
Off like being disloyal and being untrustworthy. You guys.
Yeah, but he was loyal to you.
In that moment, until he
side.
comes across somebody else with a bigger booty than me, or bigger, you know, breast than me.
Why are you going straight to body?
Because I don't know.
Any female can get cheated on, you know.
I know any female can get cheated on. That is very, very, you know, we've seen that. I've seen all types of people get cheated on. People that seemed extremely happy, people that I thought were the most absolutely beautiful people in the world, but it's not based on beauty. Do you know what I mean? It's just life. It can happen to anyone. But I don't know, there's cheating things touching. I don't like it. I don't like cheating.
Well, I don't think anybody does, you know. Where is it coming from a place or?
No. From what I know, I haven't been cheated on. I don't want to know if I have, but from what I know, I haven't been.
Oh yeah, I don't think I have either.
Have you done the cheating?
Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat.
Zoom into this face.
I'm taking over the area. No, I've never. I just receive not accusations, but like people always feel like I have. It's like, well, no, man, they're not in a relationship.
You're friendly.
Huh?
You're friendly guy, but worse.
No, but I'm
Over friendly.
I'm not over friendly. What's going on here?
I don't think you are. I just think it comes with your job territory.
That's what I was gonna say.
You're not friendly.
She's not friendly.
Whoa! Hold on. What's going on here, bro? What is going on? I said I'm not friendly.
I don't think you are, no.
Arch. Wait, what's going on there? What do you mean I'm not friendly?
I don't think you're that friendly.
She's probably telling the truth.
I'm not acting, by the way, innit? Like how you see me, just being like the real me. Like,
I don't think you're overly, like, when I say friendly, I mean there's guys that will literally act like clowns in front of the opposite sex. I don't think you're like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not like that.
I think you're respectful. You say hello, hi, whatever. You'd conversate, but I don't think you'd act up. You're not the type to act up.
I don't see the point in it. Like, I get it, like, I don't know, younger years, yeah, but like that's like in your teens, innit? Like obviously, like, it's low key a thing, but big age, no, man. And I see it happen all the time, like where Like, cool, we could be chilling. You might walk inside the room, and suddenly Donnie turns into a Kevin Hart.
yeah.
Like, he's got all the jokes and all. That's like, brother, like, calm yourself immediately, or like bare compliments, and it's just like, it's just too much, like.
It's too much.
Or like, you just bare weird. You get me? But obviously, I'm around up there, isn't it? Thank you for coming on to the show.
It's my pleasure, man. Thank you for having me. It's been a vibe.
You'd like to let the people know where they can find you?
Yes. So you can find me on socials, Cheryll everywhere. So that's OHSOCHERYL and an extra L. And that's on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. And definitely check out my new single, Naughty or Nice. So yeah, I like working with people that they get the vision and they understand. Sometimes you have a vision in your head and you don't know how you want to execute it, but like working with him, he was able to be like, this is how we do this is how we do that, which was great. And definitely the dancers gave their input as well.
Alright, they got the whole team for Naughty and Nice.
Thank you.
It was definitely on top wherever I'll put it that way.
Thank you.
Well, do you have anything else that you got coming out as well?
Definitely look out. I'm definitely going to have more music coming out in the year. Just doesn't just stop with a Christmas banger. Definitely going to be releasing the hits after hits.
I'm definitely intrigued for that. Obviously, if you've got any music coming out, email it to me and we'll talk off it.
I'll send it straight to you.
It's only right. Obviously, big up to everyone who's been locked in. I go by the name of DJ Ty Gibz, the Ty Gibz Show. Each and every Monday from 10 p.m. onwards. Since some people showed up late in, but I never throw no shade. Feel free to follow on the socials at the Ty Gibz Show. That is the TYGIBZ Show, where anything actually does go in it. And follow the Instagram page too at Ontop FM. I repeat, at Ontop FM. Nice and simple, innit? But until then, catch you on next week's store.
Thank you, man. That was a great.
Coolest guest store.
Huh?
It's so cool.
Thank you, man. Come on.
I still can't get over that intro still. That mic check, bro. How cool that was.
What's that you're looking for under the tree? When you know all you needed is me. 'Tis the season to fulfill all your dreams, or so it seems. I mean, I wonder if you've been a good boy. Then you'll have plenty trees to enjoy. No need for no mistletoe by the fire or snow. Where you trying to go? Bed early, waiting for your delivery. Best behavior earns you everything you need. It's Christmas the season where dreams come true. You be good, then I got something for you. I wonder if you've been a good boy. Then you'll have plenty trees to enjoy. No need for no mistletoe by the fire or snow. Where you trying to go? What we gonna get to? Naughty all night. You've been naughty all night.